As their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down. That's caught by Walter out left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
1-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. They're trying to get it to Rose, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is...
And look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got into the turf.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal? That's absolutely huge for the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settled for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here's Eason off the play fake. And the Raiders have got it. Corey Littleton coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd down.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun is Eason. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. Fighting his way through contact. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
Braxton Berrios.
A huge play that time for the Colts. 44 yards.
1st down, Colts.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He was
certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
6. And it's 3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And he'll find Pittman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Colts 14, Raiders 3. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
14, Raiders 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield. The same.
A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Carr now to throw. Now they'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And we'll bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's 21-3.
Makes the score, Colts 21, Raiders 3. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well, otherwise it's a fumble.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Second and short now following the fumble. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Colts 21, Raiders 10. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 1 yard to go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Colts 28, Raiders 10. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indiana.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
5-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
42-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Jacobs. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. It's Taylor. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Jonathan Taylor.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They run once more with Taylor. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
On the tackle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. Here's Eason to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor on the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Eason able to connect with Barrios. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. On first down, Jacob Eason. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the draw is Taylor, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, and the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
25-yard line.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Colts 42, Raiders 13. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's by the rookie Julian Blackmon, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But it really increased it in recent seasons because the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Eason. It's also completed to Pittman. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
It's inside the 20 and down to the 18. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Eason. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swinging to the ball carrier.
And he's caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Colts.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Eason on the keeper.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this